Blind Wave. I'm Eric.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And it's trailer time.
Trailer
we have some
time.
trailers that we're going to be checking out.
What is it?
We have no idea what the trailers are.
What channel are we on?
We have no idea what channel we're on.
All right.
We are
This
in
could be Wave
the
Squadron.
void. Despite
This could be Pokemon.
us being somewhere at a
This could be
certain
Blind Wave
time,
Gaming.
we are currently without time and space and are in the void.
All right.
Oh. Okay. DZ?
Are you being serious right now?
Superman?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
it's
might.
a lot of
it's
fire,
a lot.
Oh. I mean, it doesn't hurt him.
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
Still hurts.
Flag.
That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States will
representing
cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
Whoa, who's that guy?
Shit.
Dude, that guy went down there and helped
Hey, buddy.
Superman up.
Eyes up here.
Eyes up here. Whoa, that shot. Okay. Cool.
Oh, go get him! Oh man, Superbots.
Choices,
Get in there, crypto.
your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Oh, it's terrific. I'm excited for them.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Whoa! I love Hauser.
So many things I don't understand yet.
You have a dog?
July 11th.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a lot.
I got some chills in that trailer.
I am a little curious / worried.
You're worried? What happened?
Well, like, we had the James Gunn, like, the cartoon. What was it? The
Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
We had that. And there was a lot of characters in there, but, like, over that course of that show, like, we learned a lot more about them and everything.
Yep.
This trailer looks awesome. But there's so much in it.
There's quite a few people in it.
And, like, a lot of movies that I've seen have so much that this looks like it's packed into one movie. A lot of times I'm like, man, I feel like they didn't really, like, flesh things out too much. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just concerned on that. But there's a lot of cool looking stuff in this. That like, it looks great. I just hope that I want to feel connected to the characters. I want to make sure I know what's going on.
I get what you mean.
Like, sometimes when you have so much, I don't know who some of the people are.
I get what you mean. Like, so to make the direct comparison, Iron Man comes out in 2008, and you only really got to pay attention to Iron Man.
Sure.
He seemingly is the first of these heroes, right? Despite now, 20 years later, we know that's not the case. There were heroes all over the MCU timeline. Iron Man is just our stepping on point to that thing, right?
Yeah.
Here, Superman is not the first superhero. He's not like the one showing us the way. He seems to be like coming into his own in a world of heroes,
in
a
right?
well-established.
So like, I get what you mean. I have to like make those people and their stories part of the setting as much as I do them like individual characters that I have to
but
relate
like,
with and follow with, you know?
I see Green Lantern, I see Hawkman or Hawkgirl or
yeah.
you know, someone like that. I see Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Like if I don't have connections to those characters from other media,
Yeah.
like, do I need that for some of it?
No. Yeah.
Like, I don't know who this Sawblade girl is, but I know who Lex Luthor is, or at least versions of them.
Yeah.
So, like, is there things I need to bring with me to make sure I understand those? Will they be introduced well enough that I do understand them?
Sure.
Like, those are just some of the thoughts in my head of, like,
Yeah.
with so much happening, like, is it introduced and is there enough time? Like, Spider-Man 3 I really love, but they tossed a lot into that,
Yeah.
and I don't think everything was, like, deserved
Sure.
that they tried to do it.
I get what you mean.
And I don't want that. I don't want it to be like, guys, I want to sell toys, so make sure there's a lot of cool stuff in this.
Yeah.
The Justice League that they had for DC before, I didn't feel like I really understood Cyborg or Flash. You know, like I didn't feel like I got a lot of like connection to them. I just don't want this to also be a repeat of that, where like, you know, even Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, like we're all in the Superman versus Batman. But I didn't know that Batman really yet, you know? Like, he was kind of just now in that world from that movie.
Sure.
Not to say, like, I need a real slow burn. I just want to make sure that I'm grasping and understanding the characters as it
No,
goes.
I get you. Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, we live in a different world than we did when Man of Steel came out. You know? Like, that was a whole decade ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
And Man of
Decades
Steel,
when
I
it
think,
comes to media are different. Movies need to be made for the people that are seeing them now, you know?
Sure.
So
I do think
get
Man
ya.
of Steel is really good.
Yeah.
But then I think from there they sped up a lot more. They put their they put the foot on the pedal.
Yeah,
went
you know,
through more. You know.
I don't want to just go into this. I think you kind of have to a little bit just because there's been so many iterations of the character, but just blatantly comparing. But like, I love Henry as Superman, but I always thought like there was a clear separation between like Superman and people. You know, like it was. You often didn't really see him do anything about stuff that was happening. Like, you know, like the Senate blows up and he kind of like sits there like, oh fuck, this sucks, you know, and he leaves. You know, nothing really happens. Whereas I'm seeing just in the trailer here, like there's a fire behind Clark Kent and how he's being perceived, and how he's going to interact, and how he, you know, like I think that was kind of missing. I have joy, and then it's here. You know,
I get that. I do like the Lois Superman interview.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, well, Lois Lane and Clark Kent know each other and been together and stuff. But now it's like, okay, well, Lois Lane is going to interview Superman. And now it's her alter ego of reporter is on. I'm not here to, like, I'm going to interview you.
It's not going to be easy.
If I was going to interview Lex Luthor, I'm going to ask him hard-pressing
Hard
questions. I'm going to ask Superman hard-pressing questions, too. And he's feeling it there.
Yeah.
But then I also like where he gets smashed in the ground, and there's this random guy who's down there trying to help get Superman up. Like, come on, you can do this. And I was like, oh man, it's so cool to have like the connection of people and stuff. Like, there's some really cool stuff in this trailer.
Yeah.
I just don't want to look at it later and be like, man, that trailer was cool. Also, did it show too much? Sometimes I think that too. But I love the things I'm seeing. I just want to get that story and be like, I want to connect with Lois. I want to connect with Clark. I want to feel the threats. Like
I also
like that
I want a Superman that deals with, struggles against, and finds a way to overcome like post-truth society, where it's like, well, you might believe that, but I believe this, and like we're just gonna fight about it and not actually try to resolve anything. You know, like Superman has people that perceive him this way, and he can say like that's not what it is, but I can't just say that. I have to prove it. Truth, justice, in the American way. You know, I think that our time needs a superhero movie that can do that, you know, as opposed to just punching the giant monster. The giant monster was an afterthought here. It was what came after that was the struggle.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a movie and a superhero that the world needs. I could totally see that be like the next Superman thing that holds us up.
No, I get that. I did like Nathan's Green Lantern that like so nonchalantly just kind of and a hand just pops up and knocks a guy off.
In one shot, you understand his motivation and capability and kind of like how he's like lazy about it. Not lazy, but like overconfident.
It's like it's like an ego. It's a personality.
Yeah,
Right?
you immediately
get his
got
personality. You get his strength. Like you get all that in that segment there, which I think was really cool.
And it seems like he's overconfident, and that could he might just be able to back it all up. But I like the idea of a Superman who, whenever people look at him or power scale him, it's just, he's the best. I like one that has to struggle, you know?
Sure. No, I get that too.
So that'll be fun. And yeah, the chemistry between Lois and Clark felt pretty good there, even in just a trailer. Like you got 3 different, like, ooh, they're flirting a little bit. Oh, she's kind of hitting hard questions. Oh, and he's rising to meet them. Sweet. You know?
Did you ask the president? No.
Yeah. When it said the Secretary of Defense, it showed Rick Flag. And then when it said president, it showed Lex Luthor. That's not to imply they're both Secretary of Defense and president, is it?
I don't think so.
It's just a trailer thing?
I
don't know.
Yeah.
When they said Secretary of Defense and they showed Rick Flag, I was like, okay, that could be it. But then they said president, showed Lex. I was like, that might not be it, though. Is it? He could be. He's been president before.
Yeah.
You know, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
If they said president and showed Pa Kent, I'd be like, yeah, probably not. You know? But it's here Lex, is all I'm saying.
Why not?
Hey, I think he could do it.
President of the FFA.
He's busy. Pa Kent's busy. Is that Otis from Walking Dead? Playing Pa Kent? I think it is.
I didn't recognize
I'm actually in a
first.
bunch of stuff, but I don't know why I immediately go Otis from Walking Dead.
Man, I clicked right to him.
Yeah, you did.
Dude, you have a power.
I was like, fuck, that just not even the scene. It's just him.
Right? Is that
Yeah,
Otis?
that's gotta be.
I mean, obviously it's 10 years later. But
yeah.
Yeah. Prute
That's
Taylor, Vince. Anyway, Ma and Pa Kent, the Kent farm.
I'll get you
It was, yeah. Like as a child, it was very, very, very easy for me to imagine myself as Superman because I was already in the setting. You know,
on a farm, yeah.
Yeah. So Ma and Pa,
already
the Kent
adopted
farm.
and-
I don't know why it's so important to me, but already, like with just what we showed here with the boots and this heartfelt message, I can't wait to see that. It might be my most anticipated part.
Yeah. No, I mean that's. I hope that we get that because I think that's an important thing to have. It's just like there's just weird jellyfish in the sky. There's a big old giant monster. There's a guy in an armored suit. There's a girl with chainsaw arms. There's a dog. That's really cool. I love Crypto. I've never had Crypto in live action, I don't think.
Dude, yeah, he was
You know?
scrapping in there too.
That's
with
sweet.
the
Yeah,
lady with
fighting
funnel hands
Lex's
or whatever.
goons or whoever those people were. Is that Mercy? Like, who is that? You know?
I want
don't
to get
know.
sick of Crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible part.
There's Mr. Terrific in this. There's Hawkgirl in this. There's Green Lantern in this. There's just a lot, and I'm worried, but I want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I have a higher love for Superman after Superman and Lois now, which I think did so much right and made me like worried for Superman fighting things that he couldn't just always punch.
Sure.
And I love that. And this here talking about the war and like I stopped a war and did you? And like it's not just like can I come in there and stop people from fighting and beat people up? Like did you stop a war or did you cause more problems because you didn't talk with anybody and you just took it upon yourself as a representative of the USA because you live there, or as a
I don't represent anyone. I'm me.
Yeah.
There was a line like that in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's fucking good shit, man.
Yeah. So like, but you are a citizen of the U.S.
Yeah.
You know, like what? Who are you, and why are you there, and who are you fighting for?
Okay.
And is this clear? And I love those questions, and I'm excited for that too.
All right, well, Aaron, we'll do this because I have to do something too. Like, if you promise to try to go into it with like, look, I know it's going to be a larger world, but I'm going to focus on these characters and see what it gives me, and hopefully don't get overwhelmed. I will promise to not be distracted by the John Williams, Christopher Reeve music. Don't get me wrong,
Gotcha.
I love it.
I love that
It's
theme.
one of my favorite musical themes of all time.
It's one of the best themes of all
One of
time.
the best themes of all time. But when I think of it and when I hear it, I imagine moments over there. I'm not thinking about this. I'm taken out of it a little bit. I need, because it seems like this is multiple times we've heard it now, and it feels like that's what it's going to be for the movie.
You know what you need?
If it is, I need to get over that now so I can enjoy the movie and not spend the entire time being like, could have been another theme.
You need to listen to other things with the Superman theme superimposed.
I have.
No, I mean like random shit. You need to like desensitize yourself to it. You need to watch like fucking Naruto
Maybe.
with Superman theme.
Yeah.
And you need to watch like
It's the only thing
a whole bunch of random shit.
Like I love, and I'm not a musician or anything, but the term leitmotif, which is just like a certain small melody that reprises a character. You know, like Lord of the Rings, you have Lothlorien, and it's nice, and you're like, oh, okay, I remember this. But then you're in battle, and I can hear it, and I know it, and I feel it, and it puts me back. Like, oh, now I can bring all of this musical reprisal history of these characters with that moment because it's telling me to. But when I hear this here, I keep having Marlon Brando's, voice in my head as I'm hearing it, and it's distracting. And it's not James Gunn's fault. It's me.
I'm Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Marlon Brando in the beginning, like, my son, you can inspire a million. Yeah, he plays Jor-El.
Sure, I get that.
Okay.
I was just like, man, I think it's...
Because I've heard of the...
I would just think of Christopher Reeves flying through the air, you know?
Yeah, I do that too, but I have a whole history with that theme, you know?
Sure. Do you think it would be any different?
I like when characters and iterations have their own, is all I'm saying. But I think I need to get over that because that shouldn't be something that makes me like, oh, I don't like this movie as much.
Sure. Do you think it would be any different if like every Superman iteration since then was just always using that theme?
Yeah.
Like, do you think you'd be like, oh yeah, this is a Superman
I think
theme.
so.
That's what this is meant to be.
I know.
But because it's
Yeah.
not, because we have Bobbitties and because we have Man of Steel.
We have Bobbitties. I mean, even the one from the CW verse, like I have it associated with that Superman's face. I have the Man of Steel Hope theme. Like my favorite difference between the theatrical cut of Justice League and the Snyder cut of Justice League is that when they're all sitting there and they're like, what do we do? What do we need to do? We need to bring back Superman. The theme plays before you see him, before you hear his name, but you feel it because of that music. And I don't think of any other Superman. I think of Man of Steel taking off with the Hope theme,
Gotcha.
you know? And that hit me so hard in the Snyder cut, whereas in the theatrical, fucking for no reason, Henry Cavill came down and he was like, yeah, and it played the Christopher Reeve's theme, and I was like, I'm so not engaged right now, you know?
Gotcha.
And I know that's a me thing. It's not everybody. So if you can maybe help get
Black
over...
Adam. Like when you're like, oh, it's him, you're like,
I mean, at that point, I was just so desperate for anything that I was excited there. And then, 2 months later, it immediately was, oh yeah, we're not doing that at all. We're giving it up. So that was fun in the moment, which is why reactions are fun, because they are in the moment.
yeah.
But
You just got to be in the moment, Eric.
I know, I gotta be in the moment.
Less in your head.
If that, I might even be wrong. It might be you go to watch the movie and you don't hear this theme at all, and
Sure.
it's only a trailer thing.
Well, and
Could be.
same,
But
with,
at
same
this
with me.
point, I don't know.
In the moment, I think this trailer looks awesome, but I'm worried that there's too much in one movie.
Yeah.
But I may be wrong, and when we get the movie,
So what
it
I'm
might be awesome.
So what I'm saying is that we agree that we're not going to let that
No,
thing.
yeah. I'm going to go into this movie,
Go
and
into
I'm going to watch it, and like,
Yeah.
what is it going to give me?
Yeah.
I don't want to just be like, it's going to be too much right from the get-go. I'm going to be watching it, I'm like, all right, absorb it in,
Yeah.
and then by the end of it, I'm like, man, I wish I would understand this character more, instead of them just being present, you know what I mean? Or something.
Calvin, what challenge do you have to overcome?
I'm not. I'm going to carry all my bias.
What? What? Guys, thank you so much for watching this Superman trailer with us. Make sure you guys subscribe. We have new trailers that we do all the time. We have shows that pop up every day. Tons of content here. Just subscribe here, check out our schedule. And if you want to see more, make sure you check out blindwave.com, where we have early access available there. We have full lengths for a lot of our content. You can also tell us shows and or movies to check out with recommendations, all at blindwave.com.